listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to The Voice After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV. Bing is for doing. We are doing this after show. This is a top 6, okay? So it's very exciting. I'm your host, Michelle Macedo, with my co-hosts.
Hi, Melissa Macedo.
So we should just get right into the episode, don't you think, Melissa?
Yeah, let's just do it. I mean, it's the top 6. We're in the final stretch.
This was a pretty intense episode. In fact, each contestant did 2 songs.
Yeah, which is good in a way because I feel like they, it's not all riding on one song. They have a chance to show different sides of themselves.
And one of the songs they got to choose.
Yeah, and the other song the judge chose.
So we'll see which ones, kind of landed better with the audience and which ones didn't, or us at least. Mm-hmm. So anyway, first up,
we had Nicholas David first.
Nicholas David. Now, something was brought to our attention that he looks a lot like the Falconer guy from SNL. And
Anyone
that's
remember
true.
that skit?
Google that guy. He does look like that.
Yeah.
Crazy beard going on.
Yeah.
And the hair, just without the glasses.
Yeah.
But Nicholas David. So, what did we think of this song?
September, it was the song.
Right.
And, I thought, with Nicholas, I feel like he doesn't really surprise me. And I want him to push himself more.
Yeah.
At least into doing something different. So I felt like it was a little overdone.
Yeah, it did kind of reminded me of the Soul Train vibe because they literally just had a ton of people around dancing around him.
Right.
And I felt like it relied a lot on the backup singers.
Especially for the high parts in the chorus, which is what all the judges said.
Yeah, which is surprising because he can hit it. I don't know, maybe it's like that he has to do 2 songs or something, but yeah, I don't feel like he really showed it off. He's kind of seeming like he's having fun, but that he doesn't really surprise me either. And everybody else has stretched themselves in some way. I feel like he can do that.
Yeah, definitely. And he's really good, but at this point, we know what all of them can do. Now we just want to see
Something new?
How big their range is. What kind of artists they really are.
Right. And I think Adam said that he's always consistent, that he knows who he is or something. But do you think that that's just boring?
I think it's a little boring.
Yeah. I'm going to say that I asked you that because I think it's kind of boring.
Okay. But you know what? I think he really redeemed himself with his second song choice.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I thought it was cool. And, it got a little funky there, which, it wouldn't be what I would do, but I feel like it's what he would do. And he's the artist, and I like that he chose it because I think the coolest covers are, songs that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, I like that song choice much better for him.
And it was his mom's favorite song, and,
That's nice.
And I just felt like it was unique and different and something a side of him we never have seen before.
Yeah, the thing about his voice is that the improvised runs that he does, it's really easy to throw away some of the lyrics. And I feel like that kind of happens because he's so into it and stuff. And I lost him on some of the lyrics.
For Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Yeah.
I know the lyrics, which is why I like listening to them because I like hearing them being, whatever. So, But yeah, but I feel like it was much, much stronger than the first one.
And now, you know, I have a clear idea of who he is, not who he's trying to mimic or what, you know.
What they're trying, or who his coach wants him to be.
Yeah, and now, yeah, exactly. So I thought that was good for Nicholas.
Good for Nicholas.
Next, Cassidy Pope.
Cassidy Pope on Team Blake, who we know most recently, or 2 weeks ago, she did Over You, that song by Blake Shelton. That just like blew everyone out of the water and impressed everybody. I even went online and listened to it afterwards multiple times, and I got chills still.
Yeah, that was a great song.
So this one, I think after you have like such an epic song like that, it's good to go the other direction, like maybe Feel Good or something, because you just can't recreate that performance, and you can't do the same thing every time.
Right.
So she did Stand by Rascal Flatts, and Christina actually gave her a compliment.
Yes.
Was actually like pretty nice to her.
Yeah. And she's never really nice to women that much.
Not that much.
And you know what I liked about it and Cassidy is that I feel like she's really coming up. Before, I honestly I didn't notice her as much. But now she's really getting down to the wire, and she's really, you know, holding her own.
I think so too. I think that, yeah, she has a lot of talent, and she seems like a likable person, and that she seems so much more confident on stage than at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. And, you know, I think the Rascal Flatts song, maybe not the best song choice.
It's a country song, and she said...
I just feel like it didn't really go many places in terms of vocal range. That she has an amazing vocal range. Like, she can go crazy high.
Yeah.
And when most people can't. But I did like her other song, I'm With You.
Avril Lavigne, and that's from her album that, like, I remember when that came out. That was her debut album, right?
Yeah.
And I loved that song.
so.
And Adam said that it was his favorite song, too. So,
Yeah.
Adam, call me.
Yeah. It's a great song.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's like, that's her type, Avril, but I do think she's different than Avril in a lot of ways. But her voice does sound a lot like Avril.
So how do you think she's different than Avril?
You know, Avril is really punk, and I feel like Cassidy is less punk.
Yeah. I guess she's more
still
like
has
pop.
edge, yeah, but she's a little more pop.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, definitely. I liked that song too. I really liked that song, and I thought it was a good choice. And she really does at times sound a lot like Avril Lavigne. Mm-hmm. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, she really does. I mean, I haven't heard many people with a voice like that kind of lives in this higher register.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And Avril's one of those people.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of tough competition happening.
Yes.
Like, for example, on Team Adam, Amanda Brown.
Yeah.
You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman.
So this is one of those things where I feel like it's really good that they had two song choices tonight.
Yeah.
Because Natural Woman and that White Snake song, Here I Go Again.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't be more different.
Yeah, totally.
And I feel like Here I Go Again is really what she wanted to do. She's a rocker. That's her thing. Natural Woman is really like she blew it away, obviously.
Yeah, because it's one of those songs that if you have an amazing voice, then you can pull it off.
Yeah, and that powerful and that amazing, like, no problem.
And she's amazing. I mean, she just works it. She seems so confident. It's like, with her, I don't hear many mistakes at all.
No. Like, if she makes a mistake, it's, like, very slight. But she really blew it away.
How did Christina react to it?
She really liked it. I don't remember exactly what she said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But she likes Amanda.
Yeah.
You know, because Amanda has a really powerful voice, and she really sang the song. Like,
yeah, she
really felt
amazing.
it, and it's a great song.
She has this like break in her voice that's really bad. She just knows when to take it out at the perfect time.
Yeah. And on the one hand, she's singing this like crazy, powerful voice. You know, powerful vocal ballad. Mm-hmm. Ballad. I don't know. And on the other hand, she sings this rock song by White Snake.
I know, and Christina recognized it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And Christina liked it because she said it was like her.
Yeah.
The most like her.
Yeah. And Amanda Brown also said that she took opinions from like Twitter and stuff. Or like you do a rock song or whatever. So I thought that was interesting. Mm-hmm. That was cool.
Yeah.
Of her.
Yeah, that is cool, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I think everyone like loves to see artists in their element.
Yeah.
Like doing what they do. Mm-hmm. So that was, but it was also cool because you got to see Natural Woman.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Terry McDermott.
Terry McDermott, who was asked, do you have some Hobbit in you?
So let's start with saying, I guess Terry McDermott's from the Shire in Scotland.
Which is where the Hobbit's from.
Where the Hobbit's from.
I didn't know that, but
you know.
Yeah.
And so someone asked on Twitter.
Well, Christina Milian asked for them on Twitter, do you have some Hobbit in you? And he said, yeah, you know, I'm from there. So, yeah, I guess I am part Hobbit. And then he said, do you have Hobbit in you? And she said, not yet. And we saw them cracking up, and we actually had to rewind it and watch it again to see what they were laughing so hard about and why she looked so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She did say, not yet.
I just feel like it was one of those moments where she was like, not yet. And then she was like, oh my God.
I can't believe
I just said that. It was a total accident. You know, she was like...
What do you think she meant to say?
Like,
I mean, maybe it wasn't.
I think she meant to be, like, playful, not... you know, like, oh, I don't have any Hobbit yet, but I want Hobbit.
Yeah, like, just
or like,
not
the
to
Hobbit's
be like,
not
no.
out yet.
Or, yeah, not to be like, just like, oh, no, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's true.
And I think it just came out...
wrong.
Very wrong.
And she, was laughing.
Anyway, it was hilarious.
And Carson was like, anyway.
Yeah. Hilarious moment.
Yeah, seriously. That was pretty funny.
Anyway.
So, Terry McDermott.
So, he did songs. So, I didn't catch the name of the song.
Which one? The first one?
Yeah.
It's a really famous one. Let me look it up right now. But why don't you tell us about it? Or actually, Martin over there in the booth, can you look up which songs Terry McDermott did tonight?
I know "Stay With Me" was one of them. And then,
thank you.
Okay, anyway, "Stay With Me" I loved because I felt like this again was a different side to Terry. He slowed it down. I've been wanting him to do that the whole time because he's really obviously nails every rock song because he has a rock voice.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
And I'm ready to see the more vulnerable side of him, the less rocker side. And I felt like "Stay With Me" was really about that.
Yeah, and he seems like such a nice, likable guy that...
he's a hobbit.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But he is.
No.
But no, he is.
Yeah.
So he seems like a hobbit. I could totally see him in the movie The Hobbit.
Yeah, he's a little tall, I'd say.
But they could
a little
work
less
that out.
furry.
He could totally be Elijah Wood's like brother. You know? He is a little less furry than he should be.
He does have a little hobbit haircut going on.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, he actually could do that. Well...
Anyway, those were really another, good contrasting song pieces.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What do you think about his choice of song? I thought he did really well on both of them.
Yeah.
I thought he did well. I thought he did really well. And he's like a sweet guy. I don't know. Maybe for him, I'd also like him to like maybe change it up a teensy bit more.
Yeah, but he did with the second one.
Yeah, that's true. So, for Team CeeLo, Trevin Hunte. Yeah. First one was Walking on Sunshine, which started off in a really higher register.
You gotta, sometimes when you go for something that is out of the box, it's not always gonna work.
Tell us about it, Melissa.
But that's the risk that you're gonna take.
Life advice.
Yeah.
From Melissa.
Sometimes it's gonna be bad. Sometimes it's gonna be amazing.
But sometimes it's
gonna be not. But that's okay.
But even his,
you'll never know.
Not
you don't
is still
live out
good.
the box.
You'll never know.
Yeah,
you'll never
his
know.
not is still better than everyone's.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And let's see, we had Pat Monahan from Train that was helping him out.
CeeLo was sick.
CeeLo was sick.
Much like Michelle and I have been.
We have also been sick, but everyone just stay healthy. Stay
I need cough.
taking care of yourself. Okay, she's gonna cough.
So Walking on Sunshine wasn't my favorite, but I appreciate that he did it.
Yeah, that was another one where I was surprised the background singers sang a lot of too. Or Lisa like Walking on Sunshine in the world. Also, I just want to say that Terry McDermott sang I Want to Know What Love Is.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martin, in the booth. Everyone, Martin. Slow clap. Okay, so we had, Pat Monahan from Train. Walking on Sunshine, not my favorite. But to leave it to Trevin to know what song either people want to hear or he knows he can do really well. And that's Jennifer Hudson's,
Oh my
song.
gosh.
Yeah. And I'm Telling You. I
Yeah.
think
It's called
From Dreamgirls.
I'm Telling You, I'm Not Going. And it was also meant to be, like Trevin said, he's telling the audience that he's not going. So vote for him.
Yeah, that's true. And also this got Christina up on her feet.
Yeah.
Standing ovation.
I mean, everyone was like in shock because it is like the song that you kind of picture him singing.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson.
It's one of those songs that most of the time I don't think people should do because it's so much to live up to. But
his voice is unreal.
This is a kind of song that I feel like Walking on Sunshine started off in a higher register, when this is the kind of song, that goes, that has such a range.
And I think he really did connect with the lyrics and really feel them because, oh my God, he was like definitely the most committed performer of the night.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, Christina stood up and said, I'm going to take you under if you don't get signed by a big record label after this, I'm taking you under my wing.
Personally,
she basically
you're coming on the road with me.
She basically said, yeah, you're coming on tour with me.
And he was like, oh my God, thanks.
And then CeeLo said, I want to have a moment of silence
to mourn the loss of the competition.
Yeah. So that's how well
he did really well. But I mean, Christina, and especially tonight was not full of compliments.
No.
She was very,
Well, we can get to Melanie.
I know that was awkward. Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. Segueing into Melanie on Team Adam. So Melanie at first did what song did she do at first? Oh, I wrote it down.
She did Crazy by Gnarls Barkley.
Was that the one she did? Oh, yeah. That's the one she did first.
I wasn't crazy about it.
This is the one that she picked.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the one with the toy piano?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they had mannequins.
Mm-hmm. Those are creepy.
The most said sound that Christina could talk about, which I felt was like a little passive-aggressive, was how amazing the prop guys were in the back for the awesome props. And she brought that up both times, and she was like...
The first thing she said both times were about the props. And you could tell Melanie was affected by that. But let's talk about the song first really fast.
Yeah.
She was pitchy.
Yeah.
And I didn't think she was really connected to the words like she should be.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
She did.
It wasn't her best performance. It's a good song. I think she was also nervous because CeeLo was there watching,
right,
obviously.
And it was CeeLo's song.
Yeah. And, but yeah, it definitely wasn't her strongest performance. I kind of felt bad for her because, yeah, especially with those like pushing, especially this song, I feel like, yeah, if you're going to take it slow, you really have to just like milk out those lyrics because they do say a lot that,
right.
Usually if you just listen to it once, you wouldn't.
And it is a cool, dark song.
Yeah.
That is her thing. But, it wasn't my favorite.
I think it was, No, yeah, just not the performance. I think it was a good idea, but I don't know.
And, you know, Christina said that. You could tell she was really bummed about that. And Adam did say it was pitchy. And then Melanie's second song
Yeah.
was...
Well, wait, hold on. Did Christina say anything else about the prop? She was like, oh, I want you to, for the first song, she said, oh, the props are amazing.
She said, like, she wasn't
Oh, yeah, but I want to see you...
like, connect, like, passionate about it or something.
Yeah, because she said, oh, and she said, you don't have to do the whole, like, belting thing, just, like, but like, be, yeah, connected or something.
Yeah.
Or do something different, or, like, surprise me or something. Mm-hmm. But basically, it wasn't, like, exactly the most positive. And then the second time, she did the song that Adam chose for
called
her.
The Show by Lenka.
Yeah, Lenka, I think.
Yeah, Lenka. You know, she had a resistance to it because is a very cutesy song, talking about how she's a little girl.
She does wear a bow.
She does wear a bow. But I understand her resistance to it.
She does wear little dresses.
But the song is a good, the song is a good song, but she's darker than the song. But it would have been fine, but there were just like cutouts of buses and trees, and it was
like
very cutesy.
Yeah, very middle school play.
And I could see that she
was like resentful.
Yeah,
or wasn't having fun.
Yeah,
you know, I think Adam said that he tried to bring out the playful part of her, the part of her that's 17, you know, and that like isn't taking life too seriously, which is like a hard thing to showcase, especially on like you're in the top 6 of The Voice. It's like. And you could just like go home. So if you just like let it go, even though that might make the performance better, it's like I could see how that would be hard.
Well, even worse was Christina again started off with the props.
She's like, again, and I just feel like it was kind of passive and like jabbed at her.
Well, it's just kind of weird to like start with the props.
I mean, which is why I think that it's kind of like.
No, I agree. I understand why Melanie's pissed about it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like she's got to bite the bullet.
Yeah, I know. Well, Melanie couldn't look at her when she was like talking.
And I think it's because she was going to cry.
Yeah.
But anyway, Christina was like, oh, like, again, good job on the props. And then she was like, oh, well, she's not even looking at me. It's okay.
She's like, oh, she's not even looking at me.
Yeah.
And Melanie then looked at her, you know, and was like, because I know that a lot of people are like screaming and saying hi, so it's like, you know, but yeah, and then Melanie looked like she was really gonna cry because Melanie was like, okay, I don't think she meant to like disrespect her, which is like kind of weird that Christina said that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like, but you know, they both know they don't like each other.
Well, we know that Christina doesn't like her.
Yeah, from what I see, it seems like Christina doesn't like what she's doing as an artist.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
The cutesy thing. I mean, that's just the opposite of Christina.
Yeah, I mean, not just the cutesy thing, but the like Christina's like powerful vocals and like crazy runs.
Yeah.
And that's not what Melanie is.
Yeah.
So it's just bad. It was bad.
It was really bad. I was like, oh man, that's rough.
Yeah.
Because Christina was like, oh, she's not even looking at me. And then what happened when she looked back, then she was just like, you know, like the same thing or whatever, you know, or by that point, it didn't even matter what she said.
I know.
And then this was kind of refreshing to see someone stand up to Christina and be like, hey, like, relax, dude. She's 17. You just like, you know, like ripped her apart.
Yeah.
You know, to her, she's like totally hurt and whatever. So Adam was like, oh, and, you know, by the way, not like you asked or something, but the props and stuff, it was actually Melanie and I's idea, like, or it was my idea, so we did on the props, so thank you for the indirect compliment.
Right. And then Christina was like, whoa.
I know, but I'm glad he said it, because she was way aggressive. It was like a little crazy.
Yeah, I think he was getting like defensive of Melanie.
Because I was like, oh, whatever, to Christina too, you know? I thought she was like rude. Oh, and then, this is what happened. And then Christina started to do, I want you to do a Fiona Apple song, and then started singing like Criminal, which is like, that's a great song, but she just like started singing the song,
Yeah.
you know, and doing like runs, like being like, I've been a bad girl, you know, and it's like, what are you doing, Christina? You're not her coach. You just like totally insulted her, or you feel like you were insulted or whatever. You clearly don't like her, and now you're like singing to, you know, telling her what to sing. It was just like really awkward all around. So I'm kind of glad that Adam said something.
Yeah, that was. But I could see her doing Fiona Apple.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea,
I think it's a good idea.
but you know,
But the other thing is that, you know, Melanie, she is new, and her attitude may be perceived like whatever it really is. You know,
Yeah.
it has an effect on like how people vote.
that's true.
So
So
I
what are
just
you
feel
saying?
like-
You're saying that even though she might not be meanie too, she's coming across as
You know, I thought it was awkward the other time when they were trying to kind of talk about her breakup,
oh yeah,
and she was just very like not having it.
yeah,
Just feel like she just needs to like
yeah, bite the bullet and just like play
Yeah.
along,
and
Like-
and not even just play along, but just like
lighten up.
lighten up. Not lighten up. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. She just needs to take it with grace.
yeah, Grace.
Be graceful about like the feedback she's getting,
Yeah,
and then if she's gonna take it personally, like do it off stage.
yeah, that's true. You know, I remember, you know, being 17 and like getting notes is really hard, especially when, you know, you're coming up against like where just because of your experience, like the brick wall of like, okay, well, how far can my talent go? Now I have to work hard. Now it's not just about what I could do. Now I have to like actually push it. So I feel like it's
Yeah.
like has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
And that she's just defensive 'cause she's 17.
Yeah.
But Adam said, someone texted me the other day that they saw a dress that you would wear, a Melanie dress. Clothing line, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know she designed like some dresses that she wore.
I think he's trying to say like, oh, people want to be
Like,
her,
and
people
you're
love
such
her.
a unique
Yeah.
person and stuff. Yeah, well, that certainly is true.
So should we go on to predictions?
Let's see, do we have any news and gossip for this week?
No.
Anything else to talk about? Yeah, I guess that's a good call. We should go on to predictions. But right before, I wanted to say and remind everyone, all of our listeners on iTunes or on YouTube, to check out our website, AfterBuzzTV.com. And, you know, with the whole Cyber Monday and Christmas and stuff, if you just click on the Amazon banner at the top, okay, then it will take you straight to Amazon. It doesn't cost anything, but the fact is that you'd be showing us some love because Amazon sees that you come in through our website and they're like, oh, cool, people dig it. So that's cool, and we want them to hang out with us, Amazon. So we have it on our website, so check it out. Go to Amazon on the website, do some Christmas shopping, or shopping for yourself. That's fun. Christmas shopping too, that counts. So yeah, do that. Go on iTunes, rate, comment, show us some love. That keeps the lights on, as JC always says. And we appreciate all your comments and we appreciate all that stuff. So
Predictions.
let's move on to predictions.
So
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
should we go to winners?
What do you mean, like just top? Like
top,
who's
since
gonna?
we're in the 6,
Yeah.
let's say who we think is gonna win, and let's say the 2 that we think are out next week.
So one person that's gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Who?
Amanda Brown. What about you?
Cassidy Pope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You guys tweet us at AfterBuzz TV. Tell us who you think is going to win. Also, okay, so who do you think is going to get kicked off?
You know,
Two people.
I think Melanie might get kicked off,
I agree.
and Nicholas.
I was going to say Nicholas and Melanie, I think, might be going next.
Yeah.
Who knows? They've been on for a long time.
And
Who knows?
they are both very unique, but I don't know.
I don't know.
See what happens.
Let's see America. See what happens. Well, you guys, thank you so much for watching and tuning in and listening. I'm your host, Michelle Macedo. You can check me out on Twitter at Macedo Music. And here's my co-host.
I'm Melissa Macedo. You can find me at Melissa Macedo M.
And check us out. Check out our music, MacedoMusic.com. And thank you for listening. We will see you next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.